Well, Kyle,
Yes, Garrett.
I'm looking at the camera for some reason.
Oh,
Well, Kyle,
yes, Garrett.
we're about to continue with our mainline Final Fantasy playthrough.
We're going to 4.
Eventually, soon. I think I'm in Japan right now. Am I in Japan right now? I'm currently in Kanazawa, Japan.
He's in Japan right now, but he's going to come back, and then we're going to do that thing, which is go to 4.
And I'm about to go and eat all the sushi in this town. But once I'm back, jet lagged or not, we're starting Final Fantasy IV. So make sure you subscribe and you like and you do all that YouTube stuff so that you don't miss it. See you soon. So we're officially done with the 8-bit era of Final Fantasy, and there's a lot of other versions of those games, and the way I look at it, they were trying desperately to sell these old titles to people who were just becoming Final Fantasy fans in the advent of 7, taking over the world and infecting everyone's brains with the first major character death they ever experienced.
That's why they're called Advent Children.
I thought it was an advent calendar, and they just really liked candy.
So we have a steaming pile of, well, alternate cutscenes from the 3 Final Fantasies we have defeated. Final Fantasy I, Final Fantasy II, and Final Fantasy III.
Yep, Final Fantasy I got a PS1 version with new cutscenes. There's also a PSP version that some people confuse this with because that's their first intro to this, but there was apparently a PS1 version released in late 2002 in Japan, and then the rest of us got it into 2003. It's part of Final Fantasy Origins. I think we have a copy of that somewhere. Somewhere we have it, but that's 1 and 2. Or if you were in Japan, it was called the Premium Collection.
Because you already had it. So it was the collection.
Yeah, you still could have called it Origins. I mean, it's like, enough time has passed. People may have missed it.
Origins is such an informative name of a product.
Well, it is. It's the origins of where the thing comes from. Anyway.
So, of course, one very thick story. Let's see what a cutscene of it looks like.
By the way, leave a comment below on if you call them cutscenes, if you call them cinematics, if you call them pre-rendered cutscenes, or if you call them FMVs. A lot of people call them FMVs, but FMV technically just means full motion video, so a lot of things can be FMVs. FMV does not inherently imply any sort of pre-rendering. All video is technically pre-rendered once it is rendered. So yeah, anyway, I'm confused about that. I always called these FMVs until I got into like Warcraft 3, and then it was like, these are cinematics. Because there was a big difference between like a cutscene and a cinematic. Anyway, let's see how they tried to sell Final Fantasy I to Final Fantasy VII perverts. That's a crystal.
That's a crystal. Yep. There's going to be a lot of those. First one, huh?
I do have a lot of nostalgia for this type of fidelity in a cutscene.
I have a lot of nostalgia for avoiding people in cutscenes, but there's one. Oh, he looks rough.
Ooh, he does look rough.
He looks a little rough.
Even for 2003, he looks rough.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
Kyle,
I just like dragons.
you just love ugly dragons.
I love crunchy little goobers.
You love a dragon that looks like it was drawn by a 10-year-old in a spiral notebook.
Sure.
It's for 2003. Wait. I'm doing some math. Hold up. Don't tell me what you think of my thought before I finish processing it.
It's an interesting thought. I want to participate in it.
Okay. This came out the same year as Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
This sucks ass.
I don't know. Thrall looked pretty rough there.
Look better than this. Higher fidelity than this.
Arthas did look better than this guy.
Throw up like Manorath's animations and then throw up this dragon. Just saying, man.
I think this was probably a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Judging by expenditures.
And yes. Although this would have been pretty on par with the quality of the Final Fantasy VII cutscenes, and if that's what you're trying to invoke, I think it's effective.
I've only ever seen the spin around a weird green city part. I don't know any of the other cutscenes.
I've seen the Sephiroth in the Fire cutscene before, and it's about this fidelity, and it would have come out before this too. So this would have been really late in the PlayStation's life. This is odd for it to be a PS1 release. Anyway.
Parry it. He did.
Wrong game.
This makes the horns a lot more prevalent in my awareness of them.
You're talking about on the Warrior Flight Armor?
Yeah, I think I'd be making assumptions about what kind of game this is, and the horns don't really play a part in the overall story of this particular adventurer.
No.
He's not like half demon or anything like that.
No, it's just the design.
It's just the look.
Just the helm.
Well, I'm refreshed. That's exactly what happened.
Yep. When I think of Final Fantasy I think of that. That was
the part we all remember. I mean,
the music is nice.
It'd be.
I feel like I feel like this does Final Fantasy a disservice. It makes Final Fantasy I feel extremely generic.
I can see
Final Fantasy I has a pretty solid damn adventure, and I love the time travel bit of it all.
The time travel's a surprise, so maybe you don't want to give that away. This is a vessel of perhaps selling the game or hyping up what you're about to play, but it's a party-based game. Why is there one guy?
Yeah, no, this cutscene kind of stinks.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think no. Final Fantasy I is so much better than this cutscene.
That is true. Final Fantasy I kicks ass.
Yeah. Nuke? Oh my god! Yeah, I don't like that one.
Weird cutscene.
I don't like that one. Weird choice. Weird choice. Anyway, let's see if they did a better job. Wait, is this the same year? Oh yeah, because this was all part of the same collection.
Premium collection.
Let's see if they did any better for Final Fantasy II. I guess if you were making this together, okay. If this one is specific, then I kind of see what they're going for. Let's see if this is actually more specific to what actually happens in Final Fantasy II. We already got the Emperor. Cool.
Yeah.
This is already better.
He is part of the plot.
He doesn't look like David Bowie, though.
No, but he looks...
Ooh, look at his nails.
Yeah, he looks kind of beautiful and otherworldly.
And his hands are... they're just going to redo the intro. They're going to show the village.
And he's gonna burn
Show me the
this-
village.
yeah.
Show me the village. Okay, this is cool. This is specific to what actually happens in Final Fantasy II.
I like beautiful villains doing bad things.
Got some more dynamic camera work here. Oh, this cutscene's light years beyond the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, that's sick. That's sick.
Yeah. Isn't that just the shot of the eye falling over in Lord of the Rings?
No. Because it explodes and then vaporizes itself before it even makes contact. Dude, they look sick. They're pouring on the standard anime girl screams a bit much, but other than that, I like this cutscene quite a bit. This is nice.
Well, that's Brother, right? Who becomes...
That just straight up sounded like a Link sound effect. If I have to, if I'm being honest with the audience here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, the feet walking by, and then he starts getting up. And then you would cut from this into the first battle where you get owned.
Well, we gotta do the Vista, you know?
Well,
a
yeah.
whole world to explore.
Smoking Finland. You got the whole city on fire. I'm also just happy to see Guy in full regalia. Oh, they did a nice like big vista shot, and it actually reminds me of the Overworld because it looks like a small village surrounded by a massive kind of untouched wilderness.
Yep, that was solid.
That kicked ass.
That was a party style game. It established sort of who the character was. What was her name? Maria?
I think it was Maria.
She was a badass. She wasn't
A damsel in distress.
squeaking as she ran away. Yeah. I mean, she found more strength, I guess, and her brother's there, so I guess...
Is that the Wilhelm scream of helpless women in Japanese media?
I mean, you said it sounded like Link, so, there were some stereotypings on both sides going on there.
Yeah, but I feel like we moved away from that. I remember a lot of anime having that sound effect in it when I was first getting into it in the 90s, but there's just, nah.
Establish the threat. It was part of the main story. Sure. Excellent.
That was cool. I liked it. And then we got FF3 DS. I wrote 3DS. That is wrong. This is referred to commonly as the 3D Final Fantasy 3, not to be confused with being a Final Fantasy 3 for the 3DS, because it was for the DS.
Right.
It could play on a 3DS, but it did not have the 3D any functionality with the like 3D glasses effect of the 3DS.
Naturally. And this is now 3 years later.
Yeah, this is like a proper full from the ground up remake of Final Fantasy 3 in an entirely new, fully 3D engine for the Nintendo DS. This is a massive departure from what was happening over on the Origins collection, which was pretty much faithful ports of Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 with a new intro cutscene.
So, okay, how do you... We're just going to have 4 orphans in a cave? Like, is that... Well, let's get our Onion Night on. Let's see.
There's only one way to find out.
See how they sold it. I remember that part.
You do?
No.
This is a bit more graphically advanced. Oh, this looks nice.
The chocobos did happen.
It's a song. Everybody knows this song.
Those are some freaky chocobos.
You don't like birds,
I just don't like rideable birds.
You don't like birds.
Hey, airship. There's quite a few of those in this game.
You also don't like airships. That looks like the awesome airship that you get at the end with the multi-floors of like living space. This is
okay,
sick.
So they're selling it. Yeah. Oh, moments from the game.
Okay. Oh, looks like a traditional red mage. Oh, look at the wide.
Yeah.
No, more of the wide shot.
Now we got our behemoth fight.
This is just gorgeous. Weird seeing someone dressed like a black mage, but in normal human proportions. That's very strange. I'm not used to that. This is very pretty. I like this a lot. Just some nice color temperature going on here. The golden clouds look warm and inviting.
Are those all the airships we crashed along the way?
At least one of them.
Oh, no, that's...
Oh, no, that's a ship.
and that's where we go down to the shipwrecks and find her.
Oh,
very briefly.
Right. Dude, we get a freaking money shot of the Crystal Tower.
Yeah, they're doing it all.
Yo, I really like that rendition where it's more simplified, more prismatic. That's really pretty.
Oh, that was just a straight up enjoy a world of adventure, which is kind of what 3 is.
I think I would... I think I would like 3 more if this was the version I played. At least on this gets off. I feel like this sets expectations really well.
Yes, it's a whimsical game. The only problem being that that guy was a red mage for way too long. They should have had a different job in every single part of the cutscene.
That is not my favorite part about Final Fantasy 3, but maybe they tweaked that for the DS version.
I've heard this one has a bit more personality to the 3 characters because obviously they're just blank slates.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Pixar
there's
Remaster.
there's a lot more personality to them there in that cutscene. Yeah, that was just straight up pretty. That was very well done. I don't particularly like 3. That made me wistful for the events of 3.
Yeah, it actually had things happening in it. Which
is that weird?
It's part of the adventure, right? I don't like trailers or cutscenes that are walk cycles. Look at all the places you'll walk someday. No, you're going to have dramatic moments. You're going to fight a behemoth. You're going to be in lava. You're going to get several airships.
Yeah. We're big fans of the early years of World of Warcraft and how they did cinematics. The first 2 for vanilla World of Warcraft and the one for Burning Crusade. It just showed representations of the types of characters that you could make in that game, adventuring, getting up to things that you will actually do in that game. And then in Wrath of the Lich King, even though it is my personal favorite cinematic, it was very story focused, singular character focused on what was going on with Arthas. This is absolutely that style that you and I enjoy from our early years with World of Warcraft. This is like, look at these representations of you, the player character, and all the dope ass shit you're gonna get up to.
I think the only thing I would be hoodwinked by is the importance of the Oracle character.
I mean, she is important. It's just over very quickly.
Brief. Yeah.
It's over extremely quickly. But everything in this game is over extremely quickly. It's like a series of Lord of the Rings-esque adventure moments, but it was edited by Seth MacFarlane doing Family Guy gags.
And if you increase the importance of the characters, those smaller beats and little deaths along the adventure probably had more weight, and maybe she was worth representing in the opening cutscene.
I like that a lot. That was cool. Opposite of how much I enjoy the first 3 in order. 3 was the best, easily. 2 is second best, which actually is the same. And then 1 is my least favorite.
Yeah, reverse the order.
But for me, in 8-bit overall, 1 is my favorite, 2 is my second favorite, 3rd is my least favorite.
That one made no sense.
It was just...
I would have thought I was playing a game where I got to play the Demon King.
Have you ever looked at the old advertisements for Final Fantasy 1?
Yes. They're beautiful.
They're a little generic, though.
They're a little Gygaxian random ass.
They're a little, yeah. Well, that's the thing is, yeah, I mean, even the art for the first one still has that really beautiful painting of the flying castle. I guess I was expecting that. And instead they just kind of give me lone warrior of light fighting
a red dragon, which I can't say I remember the red dragon moment.
But the old American box art did just make it look like Dungeons & Dragons the game.
I loved it.
And I do like that. And that cutscene feels a little more cut from that cloth, even though it's using a very accurate rendition of Amano's Warrior of Light armor design, translated into extremely unexpressive rudimentary 3D, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? It's the tools of the time.
It's kind of shocking those are both made in the same year, but 2's pretty good. 3's the best.
I wonder if they were rocking that first one like a lot earlier. That was cool. That was freaking cool. I've got the cart. I should load that up into my 3DS and see if it grabs me. That was cool. We'll see you for Final Fantasy IV real soon.